Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the Sexy Confident Life. I am so pumped to finish the year with you. You know, it is my favorite time of year, not only because it's the holidays, but because wrapping up the year is a really great time, not only for reflection, but to set intention. Right. And so right now I'm gearing up to host my high performance mamas through a major, reflection and intention planning system that's really going to help them evaluate, what are the things that held me back? What are the things that really, made me feel like I was dragging through the mud this year? And then what propelled me? What are the habits and practices that really made me feel like my best? But in addition to that, I'm going to go through a 3 in 30, right? That is a way to really start the year off strong. And you're going to see what I mean in just a second, because I'm going to run you through this same activity. And it's just a little piece of what I do with my high performance students, because I really want you to take a good look at how you can start strong in accomplishing a lot of the things that you want to get done. And not just in your fitness, not just in your mindset, not just in the confidence area, but in all the areas of your life. And there's 10 different areas that we're going to talk about today, because it's important that we look at our life as a whole, and that we're not just, really too laser focused in just career or just our health, or just our love life. We want to make sure we're encompassing everything, the 10 different areas of wealth, we call it, right? It's the wealth wheel. I think some people call it the life wheel. You've got your spiritual, right? And the 3 in 30 is going to talk about what are 3 goals you can set for yourself in the first 30 days of the year. And you can do this any time of the year. You can say, I'm going to do my 3 in 30 every month of the year. How crazy awesome would that be? Setting 3 goals that you want to accomplish in 30 days in the 10 different areas of your life. That's your spiritual, your physical, your mindset, your family, your love, your impact, influence, legacy. That's all kind of like the same category. Your finances, your career, your circle of genius, your social environment, and that adventure. All right. So those are the different, and I mentioned family, right? I hope I did. Those are the 10 different areas, and I'm going to kind of go through them right now and give you some examples, because this doesn't have to be super, like big, huge, humongous goals, because you've only got 30 days, right? And I want these goals to be goals you can set and actually achieve. So when you're thinking about sitting down to write your 3 in 30 this year, at the end of the year, me and Vito love to do this together and then share what we're going to do. So do this with your family, do this with your friends, do this with your colleagues, your business partners. Let them know what your intentions are starting the year off strong, so they can cheer you on, so that they can be your accountability partner, or they can help you in the process, because you're not alone. No matter what you think, there are people in your life that care about you, love you, that want you to succeed. So think about that, right? And make sure that you don't just keep all these goals to yourself. Make sure you share them with people that really want to support you. Okay, so when we're talking about spiritual, we want to think about first diving into what are 3 different things that we can do to elevate our spiritual self, our inner self. If you're religious, or if you have more of that spiritual sense of belief, what is it that's going to enhance that in your life in the first month of the year, right? So I put that I need to do at least 2 30-minute meditation sessions this month. That's one of my goals in the category of spiritual, because you know what? I believe that my meditation practice can be a little bit comfortable, right? I haven't been pushing myself. I haven't been really going deep. And I believe that when I meditate, I really tap into my inner self, my inner beliefs, my spirituality at a whole new level. And so that's my church, right? And I go out to my meditation rock and I allow myself to be present and allow myself to really close the door on all the different chaos and thoughts that are going on and just be. And that really lifts me up. My spirituality, oh my gosh, my faith, everything is so much more enhanced when I'm meditating on a regular basis. And I think adding 15 extra minutes a couple times this month is going to be a great goal for me. So you see how small that is? But that is a goal that I'm writing down. I'm holding myself accountable to it. And it's going to increase my ability to feel more spiritual. Okay? So think about your spirituality or your inner self. What can you do? What goals can you set? The next thing is physical. I want to jump right into physical because, guys, think about your physical body, your health, and different small things that you can do in the first month of the year to truly elevate that, right? I've been on this little route with Luca, walking him around up and down these hills and stuff. And it takes me about a half an hour to walk it. And I've been cutting that down to 20 minutes because now I'm almost running the entire thing. So one of my goals is to be able to run the entire thing without stopping. And I tell you, there's 2 hills that I just can't make yet. I get to close to the top of it and I just can't. I'm sucking wind so hard I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So my goal by the end of the month is to be able to do that. And so guess what? Throughout the month, I'm gonna be working it. I'm gonna be trying. I'm gonna be out there on a regular basis. Think about some goals that you can set for yourself that make you better in your physical health this year or this month, right? And this is just the first 30 days of the year. And then what will you do next month? What will you do the month after that, right? Another one that I have is to start the Transform 20 program with Shaun T in January. Yeah, I know. I've been doing my own postpartum program, getting that foundation of strength back in my body. Now I'm going to push myself in the second half of the month, and I'm going to start a program led by Shaun T. It's a Beachbody program. It's called Transform 20, and this is going to be a challenge for me, right? Because I don't like to do programs, people. I don't like to follow a regimen. I'm a trainer. I'm an expert. I like to do my own thing. I like to wing it. But you know what I've found lately as a mom is that it's easier for me mentally not to get overwhelmed by the fact that I need to go to the gym in my garage and do a workout, that I can just go in there and press play. To me, that simplicity is what I need in my life to get to the next level of my strength. So I'm not going to create my own program in the month of January. I've been doing that. I am now going to just press play and make myself stronger with this 20 minutes a day. Okay, so that's some examples of physical. Think to yourself, what can you do? What are some simple things that you can implement in the first 30 days of the year? The next category is mindset, okay? Now mindset, how are you gonna elevate your mindset? What are some easy to-dos that you can start adding into your life as a goal to increase that level of mental health, mental strength? I've got to clear my desk every night. This is going to be hard for me. Just setting that goal for myself is such a declutter and refresher of my mindset in the morning. I'm telling you, when I come to my desk and it is clean, I'm ready to freaking rock. I can write, I can create, I can put my productivity sheet together, and I'm ready to go. But if I get to my desk and it's just like crazy town, I spend the first 20 minutes organizing, setting things up, making sure that I haven't left anything undone from the day before. And that is just not good practice for me. So mindset, one of my goals is to clear my desk every single night. See how simple it can be. And I have a few more here. I've written down mine, but I ain't going to share them all with you guys. I'm just giving you examples so that you can start to think about what you need to do, right? Okay, family. I love this. How can you enhance the family values or the family connection that you have in the first 30 days of the year? For me, I said I am going to get a sitter at least once in January to go on a date night with my husband. We haven't had one in a while. It's always baby by the side. And I got a couple friends around this area that can watch Luca. And I haven't called on anyone for that help yet. And I feel like, as much as Vito and I love to be home and to cook, and I love to cook, and he likes to be by the fire and having a glass of wine and hanging out at home, I feel like I got to get dressed up and be my sexy self and get my man out on the date night scene for once, right? And it's not going to be late night, right? But to really just have us. And I think that's really important for my family this month. Okay, so that's one of my goals. You got to do what's good for you and your family. It might be something together with everybody because you haven't had that in a while. Or maybe you need some solo time with your partner, right? And you haven't had that in a while. Does that scare you? Because some people tell me it scares them to have a solo night with their partner because they haven't had it in so long. And you got to cut that. Right? That's got to stop. That's got to change because your relationship with your partner, you guys are in it together. You guys are driving the family forward. You've got to have that connection and that time to spend together. Anyway, so let's go to career. Career is this next category. If you think about your career right now, what are some goals that you can set, that you can achieve in the next 30 days? I've got many. But I'm only going to really focus on 3 because in 30 days, I want to be realistic. And one of my big ones is to attract 2 new business builders this month. I'm in a network marketing business for Beachbody, and I absolutely love network marketing because it's allowed me to build wealth in my life. It's allowed me to teach others how to build a business at home. It's allowed me to spread the wealth of fitness beyond myself, right? But I really want to build business builders. Like I've got a lot of people on my team that just love being a part of my community, love working on their fitness, love being a part of the Beachbody community. But I want to meet 2 business builders that truly want to build wealth like I have, who want to build a 6-figure income with an organization of people that want to be healthy, that want to build an at-home business. So that's a big goal for me, right? And I think I can do it in 30 days if I stick to my guns, right? So big move for my career would be to find those 2 business builders. Because if I do, that's massive growth for my organization. Because think about finding 2 of myself, right? 2 ambitious women that know health and fitness is their life. They want to build a career around it, and they want to teach others how to build a career around it. That, to me, is massive momentum for the year. So that's one of mine. So you got to ask yourself, what is going to be that big needle mover in your career this month, right? What is it that you can accomplish? What project or what people do you need to reach out to? Or what contract do you need to re-sign? Or what program do you need to launch, right? Think about that and get it done. Keep it on the top of your mind. I believe a career is so important because I don't know about you, but career makes me happy when I know that it's progressing. Next, we've got financial. So set some financial goals for yourself. Whether you have your own business or whether you are in a job that, is, a regular pay and you're not really going to get a raise anytime soon. But think about, what do you want to save, right? What are you working towards? What do you want to invest? What are you looking to increase? Like, I know that when you have your own business, you set the pay scale. Like, you decide. For me, I own my own businesses. So if I want to earn an extra $4,000 this month, I'm going to launch a new program, right? And then I'm going to work to get the numbers so that I reach my goal and I get the influence out there so that I change lives, because you're only rewarded for serving in the world, right? You're not rewarded for taking. You're rewarded for serving. So if I put a program out there, I'm going to work my butt off to change lives and to help people through a course and a process that's going to transform their life. And that's going to reward me. So some of my financial goals are like that. I'm going to be launching actually, my Never Diet Again program in the new year, because I believe there's too many people out there who have gone through the yo-yo dieting for long enough. It's like, all right, have you done it enough? Have you tried enough diets? Let's never diet again. Let's totally have control over our lives, over our fitness, over our health, and make it a lifestyle once and for all. Let's do it together, right? So I'm launching that in January. You're going to hear about it, and I hope you'll join. All right, so next one, I want you to write down Circle of Genius. This is your social, right? Circle of Genius is like who you surround yourself by, like who you're hanging out with, who you're spending time with. I think this is so important, and not enough people pay attention to this element, right? So it's so important that you think about how can you enhance your circle of genius? How can you enhance your social life? If you're a mom and you have no social life, it's time to make a goal right now. First 30 days of the year, what is your goal to have more of a social life? You know that one of my goals is to schedule and arrange a Zoom call with my college girlfriends. If you're listening, you're going to be getting a message from me. You're going to get Zoom on your computer, and you are going to agree to a time to get on it with us. Because I haven't seen my college girlfriends since my wedding, and some of them couldn't even make it because they were pregnant, right? So I want to get on a call with these amazing women who now have kids, and I now have Luca. We're all going to get on. We can have our kids in the background. It can be crazy chaos. We're going to grab a glass of wine or a cup of tea, and we're gonna hang out and see each other. I think this is gonna be the most fun thing of my year. So I'm gonna do it in the first 30 days of the year, no matter what, even though January is crazy. I'm gonna find that day and we're gonna make it happen. So what about you, right? What are you gonna do to enhance that circle around you in that social environment that really lifts you up and makes you feel like youthful again, I think, And if you're hanging around with negative people, maybe one of your goals is to drop them, get them out of your life. Just start ignoring those text messages that just is poison in your head, right? So do what you got to do, enhance that circle of genius. The last three are coming up, and I love these three: adventure, love, and impact. Impact is like your influence, it's your legacy, what you're leaving behind. And if you think about adventure, not enough people do enough adventurous things. And so what is adventure for you? It's different for everybody. Adventure for me is traveling. Adventure for me is doing things totally out of the norm. Adventure for me is pushing myself kind of to try something new, right? And so one thing on my list is I want to take a picnic. I haven't taken a picnic out here in wine country in so long since we've had the baby. I want to take Luca and Vito out for a picnic, and I think that'll be such a fun adventure. And I think that's new, and that's enticing some new ideas, and it'll spark some fun in our life. And that kind of stuff is so important. We don't do it enough. So what adventure are you gonna have? What are your goals gonna be in the adventure category? And then love. Love can be so many different things. Wherever you need to fill your love bucket is what you want to think about right now. Setting a goal to fill that bucket of love up. Because I tell you, love is that thing for me that when it's missing, I really am empty in many other areas of my life. And, love isn't like, intimacy and just all of that kind of stuff, right, in your marriage. But it's also how you feel and how you're receiving that attention and that love from others. I know that a lot of women out there give love, give love, right? But are you receiving it? Are you allowing it into your life? So when you set this goal, don't just think about how you can give more love, but also think about how you can receive it. I think that's going to be super valuable for you this year, okay? And then the last one is legacy. How are you going to enhance your legacy, your impact, your influence, or whatever it may be? For me, I'm going to finally put my outline together for my book. And I don't have a title for this book yet, but man, have I been writing like a crazy person in 2018. I am ready to put the outline together because I'm launching this baby in 2019. And I want to get that outline together in the new year because I believe that, having a book isn't just to sell a book. It's not just to make money. For me, it is that signature authority building tool that gets your message out there in bigger ways. When Rachel Hollis came out with her book, Girl Wash Your Face, this year, it was like her 8th book or something. But she kept writing and writing and writing and writing. And I believe that if I am writing and I'm getting my message out there for people to read and to hear, like this podcast, I think I'm going to leave a legacy. I'm going to leave a mark and an imprint on some lives that really need to hear what I have to say. And so this month, I got to get that outline ready. So those are the 10 different areas that I want you guys to think about and to really set some substantial, like little mini goals, because you're going to have 30 goals at the end of this activity that you're going to think about, keep in the forefront of your mind, and complete over the next 30 days. That is going to be a huge momentum builder in your life for starting 2019. Guys, I know that if you do this activity, it's going to be a game changer, no matter what. Even if you have one goal, it's going to be a game changer, because if you've got 10 things you're going to accomplish in the next 30 days, I'm proud of you. You got 20, proud. 30, proud. Maybe you want to go for 40. I don't know, but I think 3 and 30 is probably more than enough. I hope this activity serves you. And, in my programs and courses and things, especially in the membership club, these are the types of things that make the difference between somebody who's living an ordinary life or somebody that's living an extraordinary life. You've got to be intentional. Bottom line, if you get anything from my podcast here at the end of the year, it's to set intention for your life. Because if you don't plan, if you don't set the goal, if you don't see it in writing, if you don't say it to yourself more often, it ain't going to happen. You aren't going to advance where you want to be if you don't set the intention, if you don't have a framework for how to get there. I was saying in a recent post that I was writing that the reason I'm living so many of my dreams today is because I set the intention, I created a plan, and I committed to keeping it going. I committed to that plan. Those 3 things, that's it. And so many people think that their dreams are so far away and there's no way they can reach them, and there's no way that it's achievable in my life because I'm different. You're no different than me. You're no different than your millionaire neighbors. You're no different than anybody. You have just as much right and ability to accomplish whatever you want in your life. All you got to do is set the intention, create the plan, and commit. It's going to happen over time. It doesn't happen overnight. It took me, when did I graduate from college? And even before college, I had set the intention of having this type of life, having this type of freedom in my life and business in my life. But it's been over 12 years since I'm working that plan, committed to that plan. And I've got more goals in front of me for 2019 and 20 and 21. So it's important that you realize there's no luck. There's just preparation, right? Just like I mentioned in my earlier podcast. So make this year the year of intention, and you are going to crush it, my friend. I'll see you next time. Peace out.